Welcome back to another daily devotional. Today we are starting a brand new Bible plan here on the YouVersion Bible app. It is Enduring Well as We Journey with God. Let's see here. It's a 5-day plan. Good. There's 5 days to the week. So this week will be covered, right? It's Monday right now. Let's hop right in. It is starting off with Hebrews 10:36. We need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. That's true. If you only play half the game, you don't get to get the win in the end. All right. So today's title is called The Call to Endurance. So let's go over the passage again. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. So, endurance is not just a word we use in athletics or the military. It is a word we find often in the scriptures and is a crucial part of walking faithfully with God. The challenges of life, whether short but painful trials or long sessions of difficulty, test our faith. Just as climbing a steep hill prepares a cyclist for a longer race, the small trials of today prepare us for greater endurance tomorrow. Endurance is not about avoiding hardships, but about walking faithfully through it. God does not promise us that the Christian life will be easy, but He promises that His purposes in our lives and in the world will be accomplished. Every struggle we face is an opportunity to lean on God's promises and build a strong faith. John Piper once said, "It's in the wrestling with it, while strengthening ourselves with the promises of God, that we build endurance. This endurance is not just for the sake of survival. It is a testimony of God's grace and love. Others see the strength of Christ in us when we hold fast in difficulty." So consider the example of Jesus, who endured the cross for the joy set before Him. This perseverance through unimaginable suffering shows us that endurance is anchored not in a temporary and ever-changing hope, but an eternal hope. When we set our eyes on Him, our struggles are reframed by His victory. So I was thinking about this earlier today while I was doing my lift, and somebody was asking me some questions about like what my goals are right now and stuff like that. And so I was letting them know that I've got something planned for August of next year. And they're like, "What? August of next year?" And they're like, "Dude, it's April of this year." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm starting week 14 of my big old beautiful plan, right?" So it took me a long time to put together, a lot of thought and a lot of effort. But I was thinking about it after they had walked away and how this is really how I'm trying to portray spiritual strength and endurance in my physical life, right? Um, and I was having a conversation recently with my partner, and she was saying that I should reach out to the person I am attempting to have host the powerlifting meet and start getting that logistically set up. And I was like, well, is it even worth having it set up yet if I don't know if the Guinness World Record people are going to accept my application? I don't think they are. So she was like, well, if you don't set it up and you don't do it, then this is kind of all a selfish endeavor if it's all about the record. And I was like, that's a good point. You know, this is about a journey and expressing this journey, both physical and spiritual journey, that I'm just trying to portray the spiritual journey physically. And I might as well go through it no matter what. If it's not going to be a world record or a Guinness World Record, whatever, I'm still going to be proving to people that we are much more capable in strength and endurance than we think. And we have to have both of those aspects in both our physical and spiritual lives. So, thanks for listening to my tangent. Be prepared. I did make a big long video of me filling out the application for the Guinness World Record, which I won't release unless the application is accepted, because otherwise there's some information in there I don't think should be shared. If it's not like if it doesn't get accepted, because it has some of their private stuff in there that exclusively says you can't share unless, right? Anyways, and I don't feel like trying to edit all that out. The reflection of today's topic, which remember is the call to endurance. Where is God asking you to keep growing? Keep growing. That'd be a good word. Keep going right now, even when life feels hard. Pray for His sustaining grace to build endurance in your faith today. I agree with that, because a lot of times, think about the endurance of the little things in life. God's going to give you little things that you have to faithfully do, right? And if you're not taking care of the little things, He's not going to give you any bigger things to steward or take care of. So it's our job to be in the details, right, in our whole lives, and do the little things. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.